Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I'm on chess.com and I just got paired up playing a 5-2 game. So let's see what we get. Let's try Sicilian. Bishop b5, no. Open Sicilian. Queen or knight? Okay. I was just talking about this recently that I don't really have a good setup against queen takes d4. That's a bit of a surprising move. I'm used to seeing bishop b5 in reply. So my knight's pinned. Thinking about just e6. I don't see a reason to break the pin just yet. I could always play bishop d7. Yeah, let's go with this right away. Yeah. This seems a little bit awkward, because when I do play this, the queen seems like she's going to have to move again. Let me do this right now. I'm a bit fearful of quick queenside castle, knight b5 stuff, putting pressure here. I want to have this rook defended. So my knight could move and throw a punch at the queen. Okay. Just get another developing move in, knight f6. I feel like I should be able to hunt down the queen somehow. She's kind of short on squares. I have two bishops pointing towards the queen side. a6, b5. Knight here, d5 stuff. Let's start with this. Weakens b6. But I'm looking to expand here. And I feel like I should do this right now. I know I don't have a lot of development in, but I'm trying to take advantage of this queen being short on squares. Might be a sacrifice here, I'll just have to run with it. Okay, I'm happy to see that move, so they're fearing their queen getting trapped. Alright, let's get another developing move in. Queenside castle, queen c7. That's a pretty slow move. It's there to preserve the bishop. Let's get another developing move in. If we continue like this, I'm fine with this position. Yeah, this queen is misplaced, I'm pretty sure. Can I trap her already? I don't think so. Let's just finish development. So we both connect our rooks, back-to-back moves. And the queen's running into this move. Knight a5 into c4. This seems logical. Let's put the rook here. Prepare to post a knight up here on c4. Making a lot of queen moves, but doing so pretty fast. Let's get this rook here, maybe even consider a5, b4. Rattle the knight position. Staying flexible some. I can't do this just yet. Let's get this move in. Opens the major piece's eyes. They're moving very fast, that's for sure. How about we look for a d5 break? I think this is a good opportunity to reposition my bishop. I don't want to be too quick to jump in here. If they play b4, that'd be pretty weakening. My knight would have to go to a pretty awkward square, but there's a lot of weaknesses created. So is this not an opportunity for me to play straight in with the d5? I think it is. Let's do it. This also supports knight c4. This is growing in appeal. Let's get the knight on d7, because now on takes I'm going to take away from the center. Both ways are interesting, but I like opening up my bishop here and trying to play towards their king. Should I jump in right now? I'm pretty sure at any moment I could do this. I'm just going to run with it right away. They gave up their bishop. Okay, they're not. Okay. This knight isn't such a great piece. How about we improve him some? Okay. So there they go. Kicking my knight to a not so good square, but I could kind of recycle him by way of d7 Very weakening move. b3 is hit. Let's preserve my bishop and stay out of both rooks' way. They continue to play fast. Where's this knight going? Back rank. This is a sensitive point. I don't want to drop him. And I want to be able to move my knight. I don't want to move him because I give up the b5 square. Wow. I feel like none of my moves are good. By how fast White's playing. So, okay, I think I just want to still just jump right in here. Yeah, I gotta let these guys see. So, doubled pawns, but I have this this guy right here, he's backward. The queen's ready to get hit again, huh? Going right into queen takes pawn, knight here. Okay. Let's step over here. This is an open file. Things have changed some. And there they go. Could I just play... Feels like there should be some tactic right around the corner. What about pawn takes? Rook takes less than a minute. Almost just a minute here. Okay, we're going to go with this. And then get out of the pin as soon as possible. I'm prepared to just give up a pawn. If they challenge him, I'm going to jump right in. Maybe even right now. Maybe I should contest this file some. Let's do this first. Don't think I'm running into any tactics just yet. Maybe. Okay. I'm going to hop right in, I think. Right now is the time to do it. Still have the... Well, I have the bishops. Yeah, let's take here. I did consider this move for just a little bit. And just right here. Not a lot of time. Let's trade one rook. Yeah. And then maybe bishop here. Could I get away with that? Just getting the pawn back? Gotta try something and fast. Okay. Maybe queen here hits with some double attack. It would threaten mate. Maybe I can make it happen so that it hits something else. Let's get a flight square in. Not the greatest flight square, but I'm gonna go with it. Gotta go with something. 12 seconds. Yep. It's flying. Let's put the bishop here. I think queen here, there'd be knight f3. Jeez. Need to slow down, man. Alright, I guess we're gonna try this. Okay. Oh, I totally missed that move. And I'm gonna be busted now. Because I'm in a pin. Ugh, that's just busted. I should resign. Man! Ugh. I didn't even find a way to take advantage of that. He's playing really fast, and I wasn't able to do anything. I know that there was something there with going back right here. Let me go right into the analysis. Because the queen drifting over like that, there's no way that that should be survivable. Let me flip the board. Queen a4 is a little bit awkward, because, as mentioned, I think this is the way my bishop wants to go anyhow. d7 and then into c6, and now d7 is all of a sudden hitting at the queen. But I didn't find a way to punish what white did here, and this should be punishable. If there's some way to take advantage of black's setup, it would be early on, because white has or I should say I have a lag in development. So they didn't do that. There were these h3 and a3 moves to secure the queen, h3 to secure the bishop from knight g4, and they put a lot of pressure on me on the clock, but I like the position I got here. I'm pretty sure d5 is the move. Maybe there's an adjustment right around here instead of d5 something else, but it felt so natural to do that. Maybe I could hold off and drop my bishop back to a8 here and just not be too quick to, let's say, have the center lock up. Yeah, maybe there's an adjustment with my frame of mind here where, what I would really like to have happen is a pawn exchange in the center and have this position open up so that I could better emphasize my queen placement over theirs. She's clearly offside on a2, and maybe if it opens up, my queen will be able to be put to use in the center or even towards the king side. So a bit of a mentality change right around here instead of d5. Maybe just hold off. Just improve. Just get out of the queen and rook's way is another approach. That said, d5 I don't think can be bad. I jump into c4. I think they're smart not to take, because I was going to go like this. The queen is that much more out of play. I have the two bishops, an opposed bishop pointing right at g2. But where did it really go wrong? I mean, once they got c3 in, their rook is active. I don't know if I'm missing any tactics. We're going to find out with the computer, but I mean, like this move here, queen a4, knight c5, and then she returns, so. But I'm doing nothing to punish this type of play. Yeah, they're getting the c file open up now. Queen d7. Yeah, I'm down a pawn now, but I still felt like I was all right because I have this bishop here. Something could have already been adjusted, I'm sure, before we're even at this point. I held out from queen d5 because after knight f6, I just wasn't sure how to approach this. What's the follow-up move here? I didn't really see it. Also, I should mention, I didn't have time to really share it during the game, but when it came time to make a flight square, normally I'll look into what color bishop is remaining and make a flight square of the opposite color. I did do that with h6, producing a light square, but for the moment it's actually controlled by the queen. What my fear is by going with g6, is that this bishop could enter my position if he's getting to f6. This is big, big trouble. My king will never be safe. So that's why I'm going with h6, even though for the moment it's a flight square that's currently under white's control. I still think that this is the way forward, the way to provide a new square for my king. And I don't know what more to say. This was a bit of a shocking move, just ignoring my threat against the rook. Bishop takes rook. They have knight takes rook. And why not do that? Bishop here, and where's he going? That's one way to win it. Ooh, I didn't see that. How could I have better seen that one? Just taking the rook, knight here, and recognizing a knight on the edge here. Possibilities to trap him, especially when you have two bishops. A knight that's hit twice, currently. Oh, that would have been a way to do it. Just take the rook right here and call white's bluff. Call white out on their fast move into c6. Went downhill from here, didn't it? Because I'm lost with this skewer. And I shouldn't have played here. I had to go to this square, but even so... yeah, I went to this square. This is probably tending towards a draw then. Just with the rooks. I defended on the wrong square. And I'm pretty sure they should have just captured like this. But they pushed. And I think that this is still winning for white, because even if I attack the rook, there's this move, and if I'm playing here, okay, it's getting a little bit more complicated, but these complications are unnecessary. I needed to, when it got to this point, I needed to play into the d5 square. But they put a lot of pressure on me, as you saw on the clock. And, well, let's have a look at it with Stockfish and see where we can make some improvements. Okay, Stockfish, show me the way. These losses are painful, to say the least. Alright, I don't think there's anything wrong with the setup I'm taking here with having this small pawn center. a6 is fine. b5 right away is fine. Knight f6. Okay. Nothing was missed out of the opening. I mean, once these pieces are building up, I think we're going to see just a growing advantage for black. Castles. We both complete our development. Yeah. b4. It's a move I didn't consider. I was too fixated on, I referenced a5, b4. I could go b4 right away, but knight a5 into c4 is another idea. Bishop c6. I played bishop c6. Queen b7. That I didn't consider. I went for d5, and that's what it's suggesting. Okay. I think I was pointing out bishop a8 and just holding off. I could afford a slow move like that, just clearing the way for these major pieces. But d5 right away is fine. e5, knight d7, knight c4. Okay. And now bishop b7. I think I played bishop a8 here. No, knight c5. Okay. Knight e4. Okay, this is interesting. My knight's under 5, but they're suggesting knight e4. Taking advantage of this unprotected piece. On knight takes, I'm taking with the pawn. Pawn takes knight, I'm smashing through against their king side. That would definitely be nice if I could saddle them with some structural defect over there, and I could with that variation. Well, if they are taking here, and I guess maybe they're having to take, no? Because I'm also unmasking my bishop on a3, which is now hit twice. So this was a pretty clever move here. Clever suggestion by the computer. Knight e4. I retreated. Okay. Just a small advantage. Now it's back to something a bit more substantial. 0.38-ish. Bishop g4 being called out for. Looking for some tactics here, maybe. Now bishop d3. Okay. What more? Knight b to d7. Knight e4 would have been a nice find. Nothing. Okay, now there's something here, huh? Knight takes e5. What? Knight takes e5. Oh, wow. What's the idea here? Just to play this move next and cut off the bishop from defending the knight? And also preparing bishop d6? Okay, clearly that didn't run through my mind, but what can we maybe say about sacrifices like this? They're pretty little wild tactics like this are there, may be quite likely in these position types where the queen is just out of play. And she is definitely out of play. She's hemmed in over here by some pawns and not contributing so much. She really just functions, at least for the moment, as if she's only a bishop. And that's interesting. Sacking a knight for those two pawns, and now there's some serious threats of these bishops functioning, pointing right at the white king. Suggests king h1, e3, knight f3, takes. here. Bishop g3? Some odd suggestions, but I guess in the end I'm going to be getting the piece back, huh? Here I take there. This isn't the move that I would really question, king h1. What's the human-like move? It's to secure the knight with maybe, oh, I don't know, bishop here? But then there's bishop d6, sneaking in here. Rook f4, rook c3. Okay, so it's a bit complicated to say the least, but as mentioned, sacrifices like that, when the queen is a bit misplaced, they may very well be there. Didn't go for that. I went for the human move. Knight c5, knowing that there is no queen takes pawn because there's knight d3 hitting the queen. So she goes back, and now e3 with then the idea of knight e4. Okay. Missed opportunities here. What more? Jump in now. I'm giving up a pawn, but just temporarily. I do get it back. But it's nothing significant advantage-wise now. Went with h6. Oh, h5 as well, huh? Did pop up h5. It's going back and forth. I don't know if I could really work out the reasons behind each. I don't really, I mean, in some cases, let's say white was playing with, I was going to say if white is playing with a light square bishop, I might be more inclined to play h5. So that, I mean, if I'm playing h5, let me say it like this. If I'm playing h5, I have in mind two things. One is clearly the flight square, but I might want to squeeze a little bit more out of the h-pawn by playing into h4 to have one pawn restrict two. But I really don't see that taking shape in a position where there's a dark square bishop. If I'm ever here, the bishop could put pressure on the pawn, and he may turn out to be a liability or, you know, in the end drop off. So I'm just going a single step. King h2. Yeah, it's just even now. And I thought I could just take the rook here. What am I missing? I thought before I looked at it with the computer, I thought this. And on knight takes rook, I would be playing bishop d5. That's true. So was this calculated here? I think they probably would have captured my rook instead of this. I guess the idea here is that they're going to get the bishop. There's still this fork present. And on rook c8, there's knight e7. I don't know if they really worked all that out. I'm guessing that they saw it as if I take their rook, they're going to take mine. Okay, well, this isn't winning because of queen c4, and there's the fork. If rook c8, there's knight e7. Okay, I took the rook. I went down here, and it should be a draw, although, no, there is some advantage for white, huh? I need to be taking with the bishop. Oh, okay, because on this they could play rook takes pawn. Yeah, rook takes pawn in this position, no? Now it's going to be a draw. Rook takes. Yeah, this should be ending as a draw. Bishop e1. I need to play rook d5. Didn't. And this is just losing now. It's still losing after b4, no? Yeah, b4 is another way to do it. Okay, they put a lot of pressure on me with the clock. I liked the opening, how I played it. Just needed to play faster, but maybe I wouldn't have gotten that position if I played a little bit faster. It's unfortunate. This is the type of play you'd like to punish. The queen kind of floating about, but didn't quite happen in this one. Okay, well, as usual, feel free to leave any feedback in the comment section below. And as usual, I hope you got something out of it. That's all for now. Take care. Bye.